Time now for your forewarned weather.
I love what he said, Cedric.
Yes.
You know, you got to go and watch the tape.
Oh,
That was their first instinct.
It didn't happen if it's not on tape.
The danger is over. Now, did we catch how close the danger was?
No.
Oh, yes.
Gosh.
Now, that poor kid is going to be traumatized for life. That is talking about a true nightmare, right? You know, the bear is just right there behind you. He's behind you. Hey, let's talk about what's going on forewarned radar right now, because we've had some scattered showers and storms throughout the area, throughout the day. Thankfully, radar is beginning to calm down, but we still have some scattered showers out here towards the West Desert. As you get north of Milford up towards Delta, making its way towards the east of Provo now. As you get south of Heber City here, we've got some smattering of heavy rainfall and some rumbles of thunder, but this is continuing to weaken. But boy, did it put on a show across most of the Beehive State earlier this afternoon. You can see folks, though, in Duchesne County now on guard, because this activity will be drifting off towards the east as we go throughout the rest of this evening. So let's take a look at some video. Again, this is a scene here Scott shot from Magna when these storms were rolling through portions of the Wasatch Front. You could see the cloud-to-ground lightning. You could see the heavy rainfall shield with this as well. And this made quite the scene as it made its way through the area. Many folks picking up some good rain. Our very own Nancy captured this outside the ABC4 studios. You can see earlier the gusty winds, the clouds, the heavy rain on the sidewalks there. Kind of a stormy afternoon across a good portion of northern portions of Utah, as expected across the area today. This is sit there from Brandon Bates. This is over Centerville, and you can see this is what we call the Virga effect, right? So you've got that rain coming down, and a lot of it evaporates. When we talk about there's that dry layer of air closer to the surface, the rain falls into that dry layer, it evaporates, and some of it sometimes makes it to the ground, but a lot of it does not. So we like to see the rain make it to the ground, because then we're not worried about dry lightning or any of those terrible effects. And this is a great shot sitting there from Chris Williams from South Jordan, here showing us the momentous clouds that are making their way on through. These typically come in after thunderstorms, indicating the atmosphere is kind of stabilizing, but also they kind of look very ominous, though, when they make their way through, but they actually mean that things are improving overall. So let's talk about the storm chance for the rest of tonight. If you're making plans and you're saying, can I go to bed? Is it safe? Are we expecting any more severe weather? I think things are calming down for tonight. So as we walk you through the next couple of hours between now and midnight, that activity will continue to push over into portions of Duchesne County and heading over to maybe towards Price, getting a quick downpour. But for the most part, this is kind of fading out as we go throughout tonight. And as we head into the overnight hours into early Wednesday morning, things are fairly quiet across the region. You can see the wet weather potential along the Wasatch Front really drops off between now and midnight and stays that way through most of our Wednesday. So I think the chance of rain for your Wednesday along the Wasatch Front, the I-15 corridor back towards southwest Utah, pretty much 0%. But as you head over into the Uintas and southwest Wyoming, we still have a chance of a few of those isolated storms, and that's what you could see. The severe weather will be well to our east, but there's a chance of a rumble or two as we get into the afternoon hours. So let's time that out for you with Futurecast. Again, as we start off the clock tonight, you can see that activity pushing on off towards the east and fading out, but with the daytime heating, notice around Vernal and over towards the far eastern sections there, we can see a couple of isolated storms. Otherwise, that's pretty much it, folks. High pressure builds in, takes all the rain chances off to the east and to our south, and high pressure becomes the main game in town as we get towards the rest of the week. So the start of the fair on Thursday and going into the weekend looking pretty dry. Here's our storm system moving away. Now, we're going to get on the backside of this low pressure tomorrow, so that's going to bring in a northerly flow, milder temperatures, but it'll also help to tug down some of that smoke from the wildfires to our north. So I think we may see a little more hazy sunshine or smoky sunshine building in, but high pressure, again, as I mentioned, is the big story. That means the heat dome building in, and that means the cool air goes up and around the heat dome, and we just stay dry and we bake with those temperatures. So we're actually below average here along the Wasatch Front tomorrow, but then notice we're above average as we go into the weekend. St. George, we just stay above average until potentially the weekend, but the real theme, above average temperatures across the western half of the country through pretty much mid-September, the way it's looking right now. So your regional forecast then, again, as we can show you here, hazy sunshine across the north tomorrow, and then you can see temperatures staying pretty warm out there. We'll be into the 80s again, so not hot, but also not too cool out there, just how we like it, and mainly dry, except for areas off towards the Uintas, but overall not too bad. So get outside and enjoy it. St. George, whew, it's going to be hot there, triple digits all the way through until the weekend along the Wasatch Front. Not too bad. Sunshine, below average tomorrow, and then we heat it up heading into the weekend.
Heating up. Look at that.
Yeah.